G'day folks, yeah, your old buddy Bear here, just on an outside excursion with a plan to make my own backdrop scenery, and this is how I intend to do it. Okay, here we are overlooking the Mooragle State Forest, just sort of southish of a little place called Tumbarumba in New South Wales, Australia. What I've done, I've already taken the photos. I get my good camera on the tripod and take a photo. We'll start at one side, take a photo, take a photo, take a photo. Yeah, snap, 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 snap. I think I've got about 10 in the scene. Then I print them out on A3 paper. I can either do it at work or even just a stationery shop will print them out for $2 a copy on good paper, so it's, yeah, still pretty cheap. And then, yeah, I bought a paper guillotine, matched the photos up perfectly. Ooh, I'm shaking. Ooh. And then, yeah, that's my backdrop for the train layout. It's pretty good scenery. I searched for a bloody week or two to find this spot because I needed somewhere where there weren't trees in front. And then I had to wait for a day where there's no clouds. It's been really rainy and miserable here lately. And today I've jagged it, I reckon. There was a bee buzzing around. Ew. Piss off. Bloody. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Bloody bees, don't like them. Yeah, so that's the plan. Righto, we've done the photography. I've seen a couple of other spots. I'm going to have another go back on the way back. There's one good spot with a really good view of the snow, but I've got to find a spot to take the photos from, so we'll see how we go. Okay, here we are back at the lab after a little expedition, and now we start printing out the photos, which is taking quite a while because they're a very large file and it takes a bit for the get through. So we've tried, here's one I prepared earlier. Okay, there's the finished first product. Turns out it's a lot hazier than I thought. I couldn't see that haze when I was there, but camera's picked it up, but it sort of adds to the effect of distance, I like to think. So now we get another little toy I bought, my guillotine, $50 from the stationery suppliers, and we trim that. First I'll get rid of the white edge, and when the next one prints out we'll see how we go matching them. Well, here we are, still struggling away, but I've encountered some problems. For some reason, the printer I'm using is not printing the entire photo. If you look at this one, you see the edge of it, there's that little bit there, in that stripy bit. If we go over to the computer, there's a little bit there, and there's a big chunk down the side that's missing. I think, well, this is only an experiment and a test, so I'm not too worried. I'm going to go down to Officeworks and they can print them out and they'll do a good job. Okay, here we are, back from the big adventure. Photos printed out at work. No, I didn't say that, not at work at all. Right, next thing we do, trim them up with my old mate Chopper Reed here. Bloody good machine, best $50 I spent for a long time. So we'll trim them up and then we have to match them all. So I'll get back to you in a second. Okay, one problem I found when you put the camera on the tripod, it has to be absolutely level, which is very difficult. Otherwise you end up with non-matching photos. And as you imagine, over a course of 10 or so, step, 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 end up with a big error. The way to fix that is, right, what we do to compensate for the stepping of the photos, which should really be fixed by having a dead level camera. Yeah, but just for now, but this is just a test run, so what I do is, if my trusty cameraman could zoom in here, line up the top of that photo with the edge of the chopper, then we get the photos, match them up about there, and we line the top of the next photo to there, and then move this one down slightly so they match up perfectly, which is pretty easy to do if it's going to move. A little bit more, move. So we'll clamp down. Okay, that's pretty good. So this one here we have to chop about 4 mil off. So right, he's lined up, clamping down, chop it like that. The downside is the photos end up at a slight angle, but you're never going to tell unless you're actually in the place with the photo, looking at the hills, and you can go, oh, it's crooked. Who's going to know? No, absolutely no. Impossible to tell. So, yeah, that's how we fix that problem. And, yeah. Right, this is how far we got so far. What to do then, because the tops are all level, it's easy just to clip them to the top of the thing. Then we get the right, match up the drawing, the pictures, which is about there. This is actually, if my plan cutting is correct, it should be level all the way along. So I'll just clip the corner, push that right up as far as it will go, which is about there. Push that down to there. Push it right in actually. Right in, make sure it's level at the top, clip it on, should be one in the corner, and yeah, if we just get the creases out, there's that one. It's not, yeah, you get the idea though, needs gluing or whatever, but this is just a test, so I'll probably not end up using these, I don't know, see how we go. But there, you get the idea, homemade backdrop scenery, so forth and so forth. I'll keep going and see how far I can get, and yeah, get back to you when it's all done. Okay, here we go with all the pictures just clipped in place. I've got the bottoms just tacked, held down with blue tack for now, nothing's glued down. Stop the video there for a second. Yeah, can I zoom in on this thing? Oh, I can, now that. Yeah, so what happened is I ended up with 13 photographs. I've got 12 showing here now. There's one more to go there. But, hey, need 16. What you do though, oh buddy bear, the last one, from then on, actually all of them, reverse it, print it in reverse. I open it in paint, MS Paint. You select all, and then there's an option there for flip horizontal. So you go, click, save it that, print it out of that. So what happens, it comes along, there's a hill goes up there a bit further, and then the next one's the same hill but it's reversed, so it matches perfectly. And then I've printed out that and that. I've printed the whole lot out in reverse, so I can just keep coming along right to the end, and it'll all match in perfectly. Other tricky bits is I don't have to have the reversal point there. I can get rid of those two, match that one and that one, because they're reversed, they match perfectly. Depends how they turn out. You don't want to have, well, I can't do it holding the camera, but you know, a hill coming up that way and his reverse mate comes that way, so you've got a real pointy hill. It'll look pretty stupid. I'm pretty sure that hill there just rounds off beautifully, so yeah, it just looks like a nice round hill. So yeah, that's it. Homemade backdrop scenery of my local scenery. That's the Mooragle Valley there. Right, that there's a Mooragle State Forest, which is a pine plantation. Not on the bottom, like there's a couple there, there's a bit of a gap there, but just got to fill it up with bushes, trees, whatever I can think of at the time. Over in that corner, I'm going to put a bit of a cutting up to about 100mm high, and yeah, shape that in trees and stuff, and sitting on top of that will be, which way are we going here? One of these. In the middle there, I'm going to put my tunnel. Oh, I haven't got the tunnel things, but yeah, a little short tunnel across there. Build up again, 100mm high. Bit of a flat area on top. Number 2 of them. Over in that corner, not 100% sure, I was thinking about building a little nuclear power plant. And guess what that needs? Number 3, righto. So yeah, just a little thing, just make it out anything. Nuclear power plants are just buildings. The tricky part will be the cooling towers. I'm not sure how I'm going to make them, but that's just, I'll see what happens. When I do put my power lines up, which I'll do in another video in the future, I've noticed other blokes have them in their layouts. One thing they're missing is the conductors in between. Hey, I got a plan for that. Silver cotton, stranded, twisted together, spray with hairspray, string it between. Now, the power line's got to have conductors, otherwise it's just a big fence. Well, not even a fence posts. So there you go. I've got to glue it all down yet. I'm still undecided. I don't know, for some reason that one and that one decided to print fainter than that, so there's a bit of a noticeable difference in colour. I don't know what happened there. The photos were taken probably 3 seconds apart. They're on the same printer, printed at the same time. I don't know where that difference in colour was. Maybe, possibly I can get into some sort of editing, Photoshop or something, and change the hue or the balance or something to make it a bit darker. Match it, I don't know, I'll have to do, that's the future. It's all, this was just a test, but I'm pretty happy the way it's turned out. Well, if you ever want to do it, they start with the highest point there, that mountain there. Get it so the top of the mountain is just below the top of the frame of your photo. And that gives you your angle. You get your zoom in and out to get the right size. Then swing back to here to start. I started with that hill coming down. Snap, 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 snap. After that there was trees in the way, and you know, it looked stupid, so I stopped there. But it didn't matter. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So there you go. Homemade backdrop scenery. All it cost me was, if you don't count the capital cost of the camera, the tripod and all that stuff, which I already had anyway, probably about 20 bucks an LPG. Where this was taken is about 130 kilometres from where I live. Hey, it was a beautiful day, it's a nice drive, I didn't care. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. So, okay. I've still got to cut the bottom off that piece of backboard because to fit the rail, you know, for my steel frame. I'll do that tomorrow. Didn't think I'd better do it tonight. It's about 11:15, 11:45 here at night. Didn't think the neighbours would appreciate a circular saw going. So we might do that tomorrow morning, and I'll just stick the rest up. Not sure I'm going to glue it down. Yeah, maybe just the old PVA, the old ballast glue. Oh, ballast. Yeah, my first attempt at ballasting. Yeah, it's come out alright. I should have been a bit more careful with cleaning off the sleepers, but yeah, first time ever in my life. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, okay. Oh, well, that's about it, guys. I shall catch you later with another brilliant idea. See ya.